Hey guys, what's going on? This is Colin Zoo, aka TheChefDoc, and welcome to another video of mine. Today we have a special guest for us today. We're here live in Costa Rica at the Green Lagoon, and this is for the American College of Lifestyle Medicine Wellness Retreat. Alright, so we have a good series of interviews coming up, so stay tuned and tell the audience members who you are.
All right, thanks Colin.
Yeah.
So I'm Ashley Maltz. I'm an integrative medicine physician in Austin, Texas at West Holistic Medicine. I practice medical acupuncture, mind-body therapies, nutrition, herbs and botanicals, and primary care.
This is Dr. Ingrid Edstein, and she's going to be asking a few questions. Please introduce the lovely audience on who you are and what you do.
Thank you so much, Dr. Zhu, the Chef Doc. I'm Dr. Ingrid Edstein. I am the Associate Executive Director for the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, and I'm also the founder of All Your Lifestyle.
And today I have my good friend and colleague, Dr. John Bonnet. Why don't you tell the audience who you are and what you do?
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, Colin. Dr. Zoo, I should say. We're in beautiful Costa Rica. I can't think of a better place for a lifestyle medicine retreat. I'm a family physician, sports medicine and obesity medicine physician by training, with a background in exercise physiology. So I've kind of been living the lifestyle medicine thing for years now.
So today's conference is all about the overarching themes of physicians heal life self, and we've been hearing a lot of concepts in terms of what are we giving back to ourselves, how do practitioners, the different tools in terms of how do we heal, how do we reformat our minds, different mind-body medicine type of themes. So why is this concept important for physicians that are practicing at large nowadays?
It's immensely important. So actually this is one of my projects in the world lately. Over the last year or so, I've been partnering with a woman in Oregon, a physician who has basically studied and physician suicide, and in a non-formal, not a research manner, just collecting names and finding out, taking this on as her purpose in life. She also helps doctors liberate themselves. That's Dr. Pamela Weibel of Ideal Medical. We lose about 400 physicians a year, and that's just to suicide.
Yeah.
So they actually take their own lives.
And not many people know about this fact.
No, and that's an estimate actually. So not all of them are reported. Nobody's tracking them. There are really, it's kind of on the radar of the governing bodies, medicine, but, they're not really doing much about it. So it's a big problem.
Would you say the reasons why physicians commit so much suicide is because of burnout? Is it because of the work volume? What is it? What are the
all
things?
Of the above. I mean, we are very idealistic people. We're taken from our highest levels of idealism as first-year medical students, and this is studied, to our lowest levels of idealism and our highest levels of cynicism, and we lose that drive to love the world, and then we're thrown into residencies that are you're working 80 to 100 hours a week, and it's, the world is on your shoulders, literally. You feel that
It's a
way.
lot of pressure.
There's so much pressure. We're also, our personalities, we're type A, we're perfectionistic, we're super driven.
Always, exactly, driven, ambitious to wanting to perfect and doing the best work possible, because we have this perception that everyone's looking at us.
Exactly.
And we have to make these deadlines, we have to see X amount of patients every single day and practice X amount of hours, and that can be a big burden for us. So basically this conference is all about giving back to healthcare professionals, the medical community at large. Why is that such an important theme for our healthcare era right now?
I don't think there's any better time than right now to be practicing what we prescribe. We were talking today about a couple of studies that mentioned if doctors are exercising, aerobic exercise, if they're doing strength training, they're much more likely to prescribe it to their patients. If you do it yourself, practice what you preach, what you prescribe, it's going to happen. You're going to influence your patients in a better way. They're going to see you're going to be the role model. You're not just telling somebody to do what is in a textbook, but you are living the principles, and there's no better way to influence and to inspire than to be the principals yourself.
Exactly. So to make yourself a better role model, a community leader for your actual practice, it's almost like going to a personal trainer and you see them overweight, which is nothing wrong, but it's less fitting for you to be more apt to want to follow them. And that same thing goes with any type of physician, or whether you're a PA or a nurse practitioner as well, is really to walk that talk. All about wellness, physician heal thyself, and giving back to healthcare professionals. Why is that important for our physicians and healthcare professionals nowadays in this time era, in this healthcare environment that we have now?
It's such an important question to think about and consider, and I think there's a number of answers as to why it really strikes home, particularly now. Just starting, every physician is also a patient. You know, they're patient zero in the sense that all the things we say to our patients that we need you to do to be healthy are the same things that physicians need to do too. So it's not like we are immune from the chronic diseases prevalent in society. And I think also, you know, the research and the studies would suggest that physicians who do those healthy things, who work out, who eat better, strength train, also do a better job of advocating those same ideals in their patients.
So acting as role models, acting as community leaders for their own practice and offices and where they're
Exactly. So literally walking the walk, a physical activity or whatever it might be. Because one, patients see that and they say, hey, my doctor's doing it too. I need to also do it. But then two, if you're really going to be knowledgeable and be an expert and be able to help coach people of the challenges that exist, I think it really helps to give you a lot of perspective and experience when you have to do the same things you're trying to get someone else to do.
What do you think are some of the barriers that our physicians nowadays have to be able to get through that?
I think a big, huge barrier, elephant in the room, is just feeling that burnout and that stress and the emotional toll it takes, the weariness. I mean, if you're feeling lack of time, lack of reimbursement, the pressure to deliver those RVUs, especially if you're working in the current health system, where it's such a big structural establishment problem. It's not so much just you. There's so many things that we need to fix in our policies. I mean, those are the big impediments to practicing lifestyle medicine. One, do I practice what I preach for every single thing in lifestyle medicine? That's really tough to do, so the pressure to do that. And just the time, the challenges in our educational system. We don't know so much of lifestyle medicine, we need to learn it. So there's just an enormous amount of things, but when it comes back to the core of, this is why I got into medicine, to be able to help people and to heal. And that's the purpose of the retreat, is physician heal thyself, because we are the core that can spread that message outward.
Exactly. Because we love to be selfless. That's why we got into the profession. But at the same time, if we don't serve ourselves and take care of ourselves first, it's harder for us to be able to help others. So one of my favorite analogies is the airplane analogy, where the oxygen masks come down and they ask, who do you put the mask on first? Is it yourself or the person next to you? And for those of you that have flown on an airplane, it's you before you take care of the next person. So what are some things you can think of in terms of the barriers and why practitioners themselves aren't giving it to themselves?
I think there are a number of barriers, and I think they're different for a lot of people. If you just look at what data suggests, most people report, for example, exercise, the number one barrier is, I don't have time. And a lot of people, they have a lot of responsibilities and obligations, so time is definitely a factor.
We have a lot on our plate, basically.
Everyone does. You know, physicians like to think they're busier and, more special than other people. But if you go, a single mom that's got 2 kids, she's working 3 jobs just to pay the bills, and you want to talk about being busy, I mean, my life seems pretty simple relative to someone like that. And so for me, I think it comes down to priorities. And again, everyone has the same amount of time in any single day. And so it's just say, so what are the most important things to me? And there's no right answer. It's not a judgment call. It's not people who exercise are better than people who don't. But in the end of the day, the things that you choose to do are the things that are important to you.
Exactly.
And for a lot of people, whether that's, most people think work is important, having a job, having an income. So that takes a priority, If you don't show up to work, you get fired. That's a big problem. So work takes priority. Most people, family takes priority. You have your kids or your pets. If they have a game or school event or whatever, those things are important and arguably more important than, having an hour to go to the gym. But in the other scheme of things, if there's a half an hour of TV time, or an hour where you're just kind of sitting on the couch or doing whatever else, can you find time where I can say, this time would be better well spent doing something different? And again, those are all just your priorities that you shift around.
So it's not exactly about lack of time, it's about how you prioritize what is more important. What do I feel I need to accomplish for today? And if they feel that half an hour of exercise isn't as important as finishing this job or completing this assignment or this project, that priority is gonna be lower on them. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think the easiest way to think about it is, I don't have time is never really an answer, because in reality, everyone has the same amount of time every day.
Exactly.
But, however, I think a true component is, this isn't a high enough priority to me right now.
Correct.
Which is fine, and again, it's easy to cast that as a judgment of saying, well, you're not good enough because you don't value this. People's values are their own values.
Correct.
And so they're free to do as they see fit, and I think that's fine, but it's getting them to say, okay, the values I have, make them be consistent with the healthy lifestyle we want to live, because inevitably this healthy lifestyle should hopefully help have them accomplish the values.
So for those of you who don't, maybe consider health as the highest priority, maybe reconsider health as a vehicle for, hey, you want to make it for your grandchild graduation or wedding or going to a college graduation, to be able to keep up. If you're smoking a lot, you end up having COPD, emphysema, lung disease, and you won't be able to last that long. You'll just be rolling down an aisle with the oxygen tank. So it's really about reframing where you see different things, and like you were saying, so everyone has the same amount of time, it's just about where you place that. What is one thing that you do for yourself in terms of relating to the theme, Physician Heal Thyself?
So, first of all, I try to be physically active almost every day, even if it's for 5 to 10 minutes. I do deep breathing almost daily. I also eat really fully as much as possible. I'm not perfect, but those are kind of how I maintain my own sanity. And then, more recently, I've been learning to say no.
Right.
I'm not taking on extra projects. I don't feel like
not overburdening, not overflowing the plate.
Absolutely. I really have taken a step back.
Gotcha.
Completely. I quit my job, full-time job. And I really have reinvented my entire life. So, it's working for me. And
so it's knowing where your limits are and not going over that, prioritizing everything.
I'm living for me now. I'm not being, I'm done with these jumping through the hoops. Yes, there are still hoops to jump through. But,
Little by little, right?
Yeah, we're not.
Tell the audience, what is one thing that you do for yourself on your own time, and what is one tip that the audience members can take home that they can start doing right now?
So one of the things I really love about lifestyle medicine, and that's been very personal for me, just growing up, my own background is in Kung Fu, martial arts, yoga, meditation. I love this stuff.
That's why she's in black right now.
All black.
She shows up to work like this.
We can do some good Qigong, Tai Chi, Kung Fu movements after this. With the Asian guy, right?
Why does it have to be the stereotype?
Sorry.
But you were saying.
But anyway, so what I really love to do, and I think that when you kind of undo the layers of lifestyle medicine, yes, there's food as medicine, there's activity as medicine. One of the sessions that was so powerful is emotional well-being and positive mindset. If I don't start my day off with at least a few moments of meditation to set the stage for the rest of the day, everything's going to be a little bit off kilter. I don't set the intention. And I think having that very strong, solid foundation in which to go forward for the rest of your day and returning to it. And then returning to it. So just one of the very quick, easy exercises, and for the mind, body, mind, medicine, however you want to call it, is just noticing where we're holding the stress in our body. There are a couple of key points, right? If our shoulders are all the way creeped up to our ears, we know that's one key point. And a lot of it is really in our stomach. So a quick, easy way is just noticing our diaphragm and our stomach clenching, and doing a big old Buddha belly and feeling that relief.
Because people don't breathe.
Because we don't breathe. Our breathing is like stuck up here in our chest. and just bringing the breathing lower down into the lower lungs, into the abdomen. And it's in 2 breaths, really. It takes 2 breaths to just notice it, become aware, and our whole cortisol stress levels can just drop, and we can actually become back to present and to being in the moment and living the physician heal thyself.
Excellent. Couldn't put it better myself. What is one thing that you could tell the audience members that you do yourself that is an actionable, hey, I can take this home and do it right now and implement it?
So again, I come from the exercise world, and so I think a lot of my behaviors are inherently consistent with that. And so for me, exercise is important and it's easy because it's something that I have grown to love and appreciate and just enjoy for the sake of doing it. So whenever I get stressed or have a problem, to me, rather than like turn to food or turn to like TV or some other sort of guilty pleasure, like I just go and run.
And get out there.
Again, I'm not expecting other people necessarily to do that, but even just to go outside and go for a walk or find some sort of positive way to deal with stress, or even just to reframe the stress that you have and say, okay, I'm feeling really stressed. I'm just going to try, maybe it's just mindfulness or taking a few seconds to take some deep breaths. So I don't think it needs to be a big thing. And certainly, if you decide one of the components of lifestyle medicine or one of the pillars or something you are interested in, go with that. Like, don't try and change your diet, your exercise program, your sleep habits, your relationships all at once. It's a lot, but find when you say, hey, you know what? One of my friends started doing this exercise program. I think I might look into doing, maybe a walk this week.
And if you guys aren't familiar with that, always try to get an accountability partner, maybe go to your actual primary care physician to get some requests, get some suggestions as well. And there's always things like health coaches, different specialists that you can actually go to be able to get this information. So baby steps at a time, not gigantic leaps. So what's one thing that you can give the audience members, including medical colleagues, any kind of healthcare professionals, not necessarily doctors that are watching this, that they can take home with them to kind of, okay, what can I put into action in my own life today?
Yeah. I would say, even if you're in, a really stressful work situation, no matter what it is, setting boundaries and really standing up for yourself. I know it's hard, but it's something that is not taught, especially for, altruistic, idealistic people like physicians, not all, but a lot of people. So setting boundaries and then really just taking care of yourself. I can't stress that enough. Reaching out for help if you need it, whatever it is, like taking an hour, 30 minutes a day to just decompress and not watch TV and get involved in the gloom and doom of the world. Just, going in within.
Beautiful. So a lot of these great tips and knowledge base for all you healthcare professionals that have never been to the conference before. It's the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. It is an annual conference. This year it's going to be at Tucson, Arizona. That's right? Okay, great. So thank you so much. Where can people find what you do and where you practice and where you're located at?
Sure. So with American College of Lifestyle Medicine, really easy, www.lifestylemedicine.org. That's our main site. It'll have information about the upcoming conference in October in Arizona, as well as all of our educational content, everything you want to know about lifestyle medicine. And my own practice, Valia Lifestyle, also pretty simple, www.valialifestyle.com. And I'm collecting a lot of free content information on lifestyle medicine around integrated nutrition, fitness, mind-body medicine, those core components. I'd love to share that with you.
Excellent. Dr. Bonnet, it was a pleasure.
Been a pleasure,
And
Dr. Zhu.
Thank you for coming on this interview with us.
Like it. All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Give me a hug.
Welcome. Aw.
Guys, this is Dr. Ashley Maltz. Okay, tell them your website again so where people can find you.
So it's www.westholisticmedicine.com.
And she's awesome, so go check her out, guys. All right? Give me a big hug.
Awesome, you're the best.
All right. All right, see you guys at the next video. So get your Thrive on and Pura Vida, guys. Have a good night.
Okay.
Bless you. Just rewind that last sentence. All right, guys. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm Colin. Let's do this again. That's in the bloopers.
One.